2-minute check. The 2-minute check is a way of finding out whether there are any problems with your guest's meal before they have to tell you. In this lesson, we'll be looking at the purpose of the 2-minute check, how to do the 2-minute check, and what to do if the guest isn't satisfied. Let's start with the purpose of the 2-minute check. The 2-minute check is done 2 minutes after you have delivered the dishes to your guests. By observing guests or asking whether they are satisfied with their meal, you can find out about a problem as soon as possible. This allows you more time to fix the problem quickly, without making the guest have to wait for too long. Next, let's look at how to do the 2-minute check. The check is done after 2 minutes because it is the perfect amount of time for guests to look at the dish, taste the ingredients, and see if there are any problems. Always try to read how the guests are enjoying their food before asking them. Look at their body language. If it is obvious that they are enjoying their food, you don't need to ask. But if you can't read the guest, rather ask. If you need to ask, don't ask general questions, such as, "Is everything okay?" Or, "Is everyone enjoying their meal?" Or, "How is the food?" Make sure you ask very specific questions to which the guest can answer yes or no. For example, "Mr. Jones, are you enjoying the beef fillet?" Or, "Miss Rogers, is the salmon palatable?" You should phrase the question so that they can simply say yes or no, or nod or shake their head. This way, you won't force them to answer by speaking while they have food in their mouths. If there are no problems, there is probably no need to trouble the guests for the rest of that course. When doing the 2-minute check with big tables, you don't need to ask every guest whether they are enjoying their meal. Rather, ask the host if their guests are enjoying the meal, and then have a quick look around the table to see if any guests are trying to catch your attention. If there is a guest who is trying to catch your eye, make your way over to them to see if everything is fine with their meal. Once you have done the 2-minute check, communicate this to your colleagues so that they don't also do the 2-minute check at that specific table, bothering the guests. Finally, let's take a look at what to do if the guest isn't satisfied. If a guest has a complaint at a table of 2, apologize immediately and ask whether you may remove both of the plates from the guest's table. This is so that one guest doesn't have to eat alone. When this is the case, ensure that the other guest's dish is kept warm. If this dish is time sensitive, it might need to be redone, so ensure you know the standard at your establishment. At large tables, it is only necessary to remove the meal of the guest who has a problem with their meal, rather than every single plate. Once you have taken the plate back to the kitchen, give the chef specific feedback about the problem and make sure that this guest's meal is prioritized. Then, go back to the table and tell your guest how long their dish will take to prepare. When you take the plate back to the table, present the meal to the guest again, indicating how the problem has been fixed. To recap, in this lesson, we looked at the purpose of the 2-minute check, how to do the 2-minute check, and what to do if the guest isn't satisfied. Good luck with being alert and being ready.